Hey, what's up, guys? Dylanpabia here, and I'm super excited to share this presentation with you. If you missed the conference, for the love of God, please go next year. There was so much stuff that I learned that just I know for a fact it's going to take my business to the next level. And if I sound a little tired during this presentation, it's because I just recorded this whole thing, and for whatever reason, uh, I got the presentation, but it wasn't showing my screen, even though I know my screen was showing in the presentation. So, anyways, little bit of a headache there, but we're going to make sure we get it across this time. And yeah, so in this presentation, I'm going to show you how to sell every single sectional or couch that you list within minutes without you having to meet to show a couch or wait until you deliver to get full payment. I'm talking about having a crowd rush of people hit your inbox to pay you first so the couch doesn't get sold. And that's exactly what I'm going to show you how to do today. So you're probably wondering, who is this goofy looking fella? Well, my name is dylanpabia, and I come from the marketing industry. I actually started my first business in 2017 at the age of 19. It was an internet marketing company, and I was able to scale that business with zero prior knowledge. And I scaled it to around $75,000 per month by putting my head down and just hustling. And really by going to conferences. I mean, my first business, I was doing about $10,000 to $15,000 a month. I had a handful of internet marketing clients, probably 5 to 6, and I was really just trying to figure out a process to scale that company. And I went to a conference for the first time, and I had a friend introduce me to another guy who was just scrolling through this spreadsheet. He was like, "Man, he's in the same industry as you. Just talk to him." And then he was scrolling through the spreadsheet, and I was like, "Hey, man, what you working on?" He said, "I'm auditing a client list," and he had hundreds of rows of clients paying him, $1,000 to $2,500 a month for marketing services. And so I was like, "Good God!" Like I was like, "Dude, I will give you $1,000 right now if you teach me exactly what you're doing to get clients over the course of the next hour." And he's like, "Man, if you give me a cup of coffee, we're good." But I was like, "There's this saying in the marketing industry: if you don't pay, people that don't pay attention." And so I already kind of had that ingrained in my brain. And so I was committed. I was like, "Dude, $1,000, that's going to hurt me just enough so that I take all this information seriously and go get results for myself." And he spent that hour with me. I went home the very next month. I hit 25K. The month after that, I hit 50K. And then the month after that, I hit 75K. And then I ended up selling the company in 2019 at the age of 21. And I used all that capital to start another business that went on to do several $1,000,000 in revenue over the course of 2 years before I crashed it. And I thought this meme was hilarious. It absolutely bombed at the conference. And I was like, "Guys, it's okay. Like, I'm standing here today because I crashed this company. It was for the better. Like, I'm so much more happy. I'm making a lot less money, but I'm a lot happier doing what I'm doing. It's the process is simple. I don't have 30 employees. And but yeah, for a long time, it really had me thinking, I'm never going to financially recover from this. Um, and that was when I came across a video of a guy named Ryan Pineda. Ryan Pineda is a real estate mogul, and he has several other businesses. But he was mentioning back in 2010, he was making about 10K per month, or 2008, 2010. He's making about 10K per month flipping couches. So I saw that video, and that same day I decided to give it a shot. I bought a couch for $50 on Facebook Marketplace, and I sold it that same day for $550. And my first month I did 10K. And over the course of the next few months, I did 10 to 15K per month. And I was listing couches on Marketplace and really just figuring things out, how much to price couches for, what it was that people liked, what I should be getting more of, what I should be getting less of. And at that time, every time I posted, it would take me 4 to 7 days to sell a couch. And so there was a lot of waiting around, and clients wanted to schedule in between, when I was making deliveries or picking up couches. And sometimes I would lose sales just because of that. But for the past 3 months, I've been able to generate anywhere between 25 to 30K per month, and my average couch sells in about 15 minutes flat. It is really odd for me to have something longer, and if I do, I have a strategy for that. But yeah, everything typically sells within an hour, and so I was able to develop this process that I call the drop method. And so basically, the drop method is creating a Facebook group of raving buyers who are really, really interested in your product. And I actually came up with this method because I was inspired by these guys in the market, or as a marketing company. I always looked at different companies and their models of selling their products. And there was a group of guys called the Nelk Boys on YouTube. And every time they drop, they'll release at a specific time, and millions of dollars worth of products get sold out within minutes. And you can see this in other brands as well, like Supreme. And just there's a lot of brands that this kind of works the same. And so I wanted to create something that kind of created that same rush of scarcity and urgency within my buyers. And given I am doing it on a much smaller scale, but that's exactly how this thing works. So here's 3 things that are going to happen to your business when you implement this strategy correctly. Number 1, you're going to start to sell out of inventory nearly instantly. Number 2, you're going to reduce your need for showings by 95%. And number 3, you're going to be able to collect cash fast. So no more people like asking if you're a scam, asking to see the couch. And, there's not a whole lot of waiting in this. It's just like people are like, hey, let me send you the money now so that nobody else buys this thing. So here's 3 things that are going to be covered in this presentation. Number 1, I'm going to show you how to structure your group. Number 2, I'm going to show you how to drive traffic to your group. And number 3, I'm going to show you how to leverage sales psychology within your group to create a crowd rush of people who are trying to send you the money first. Now, really quickly, let's go over your group structure. So first, you want to make this thing private. There's a number of reasons why you want your group to be private, but the number 1 is just sales psychology, guys. I come from the marketing industry. I'm constantly thinking about ways to make my products and services more exclusive. And yeah, like I approach everything with a marketing mindset. And so when you create your group privately, visible in the settings, but private as a group, it automatically becomes more exclusive in the eyes of your future clients. So people like to feel a part of things that they think are, that they feel are special. And so there's a couple of added benefits to this. You'll be able to run customer research throughout the group and on the front end through your group questions. And you are also going to be able to keep your competition out of your business. So first, general group settings. Just want to take a minute and go over this. This is how I have mine set up. There's no specific way to have them set up, but honestly, I would go off of this. But I also believe that you should be testing things forever and always in business. Never get too stuck in your ways. But this is how I have mine set up. So first of all, only the admins can post in this group. I don't want every Joe Schmo posting in my group. I want to be the only one putting things in front of my audience. I want to be building a brand in front of them. And so this is how I have my group set up. And then I have it set so only the admins can approve the member request. I don't want everybody being able to join my group. I want to keep competition out of my business, and I don't want everybody to be able to add everyone. So admins are the only ones who can accept member requests. The next thing is make sure your newest posts are the posts that show up first. Guys, I had this. This is actually a recent change that I made. If you have it set any other way, it's just going to confuse your clients because they can't look at things chronologically and see what's been up, what's sold. It's just going to, basically something that somebody commented on from months ago will come up to the top if somebody comments on it. And this just really eliminates confusion. And then you're going to add membership questions. This is going to allow you to conduct customer research with group member requests. So this lady, for example, I asked their email, I ask what they're looking for, and I ask their budget. So what email address would you like to use to join Dylan's Couch Drops? What kind of couch are you looking for? Sectional 3-seater, what color? This girl said sectional in a white or cream or ivory. And she said her budget's over $1,000. So that's a really cool thing. You can aggregate this data in a spreadsheet for later. You can use their email address to market to them in the future. So there's a lot of different ways that you can have this thing set up. Now, number 2, we're going to go over how I drive traffic to my group. Really, there's only 2 ways I'm going to show you here, and they're absolutely more than enough, but you don't ever feel like you can't go above and beyond because there's other things that you can do, but this is what works for me. Number 1, I use call to actions in my organic listings. So you have to be careful about the way that you do this because you're going to be posting your organic listing goes, if you're doing it the right way, you should be posting it to many, many, many groups to get, a ton of different sets of eyeballs on it. But you can't post your link. If you post your link, you're going to get banned instantly. So to avoid the ban train, this is how I have it set up. I say, follow me on IG. That's one tidbit that I learned from Joyce Ree. She has a great Instagram following, so I decided to plug that in there too. But my main call to action is join the Facebook group because that's really where all the magic happens for me. And here at the bottom is the meat and potatoes. It says 99% of my inventory sells within an hour to people who are in my First Dibs Facebook group. Join my exclusive Facebook group, Dylan's Couch Drops. Spell it out so that they can see it and type it into their search bar to get first dibs on my new inventory. So the next thing that I do is I run Facebook ads to my group. Now, Facebook's a little weird about the way that they let you do this. Now, I've heard that they've changed some things, but I had to create a workaround to make this work. And so I would run an ad, a link click campaign to this landing page here, which it directs them to my website and then back to my Facebook group. So they see this page, they click join now, and that directs them to the Facebook group because Facebook wasn't allowing you to run ads directly to your group. Now I hear that you can go into the engagement style campaign. This has to be done on the ads manager, which is in Facebook Business Manager. Now I hear that you can go to engagement and then run directly to your group. But that's not what I'm doing. This works just fine. And for a long time, I know Facebook wasn't allowing that. So this is what works for me. And number 3, guys, this is the meat and potatoes behind all of this. How to use sales psychology to create a crowd rush of people trying to send you the money first. So there's 3 things that people need to see before they open their wallet. Number 1, they need to see that you're a real person. Number 2, they need something to be excited about. And number 3, they need a reason to move quick. So number 1, you're going to want to build rapport with your group by showing your audience that you're a human and not just somebody trying to sell them something. So this is a tidbit that I'm talking about when I say be real. So this is one way that I do that. Whenever I got 50 ratings, this was in April. I said, I just shared a quick story. Like I got vulnerable. I told them about my previous business and how grateful I am to be where I am today. And just little things like that are really what help you build a brand and help your audience fall in love with what you're doing. I had people literally tell me they bought from me just because of this post. They resonated with my story that much. And so you can do this throughout. Like there's many, many, many different ways that you can do this. Just be a real person. Let them know that you have things going on in your life. Be vulnerable. The next thing you need to do is build anticipation. This is something to be excited about. This doesn't have to be complicated. They just need something to be excited about. This is one way that I've done that. The other day I posted 6 sectionals going up after church today. And you see how much engagement it's gotten. Following, yay, happy to see, great, can't wait to see what you have available. Following. Any black ones, I'm still on the hunt. Following, I'm looking for a cream or brown sofa. Got people asking me what time I'm gonna post, and then this girl said, I'm seriously in need. I'm checking your page constantly. So all of these people that commented and all the people that didn't comment, they see how many people are looking for couches. And then the next thing you're going to want to do is drop. So this is the reason that people need to move quick. They see all of the people that are on the hunt. And so here's what I call the droppy. This also, unfortunately, bombed at the conference. Nobody got it. It's drop copy, guys. So this is what I post every single time. New drop, charcoal gray / black L-shaped sectional from Ashley Furniture. Dimensions 112 by 92 inches. Free local delivery. Comment if you're interested, and I'll PM you ASAP. This will drop to the general public in 60 minutes. So just another layer of urgency there. Okay, outside of all these people that are looking for something in the group, it's also going to get broadcasted to the public in about 60 minutes. So if they see something that they like, they're really wanting to jump on it right away. And this is what that resulted in. So just sales, guys. And another thing that I do that I wasn't able to explain at the conference is I create a sold post for every single person that buys a couch. There's such thing as like FOMO. Like you can create FOMO in people. When people see other people buying from you, it really makes them want to buy from you as well. It's like a whole thing to buy from me now in my town. But also outside of that, they can go, I tag the person that I'm thanking that I sold the couch to, so that they can go click and see that this is a legit person. Just another layer to build rapport and just show that I'm not a scam. I'm somebody that, they can trust. And there's so many of these going up every single week. It's absolutely undeniable that I'm a legitimate source. So, and then this is just like another post that this is what I was saying when, it can be this simple. Like building rapport is not, it doesn't have to be hard. You just kind of got to tell them what's going on in your life. Hey guys, you guys have no idea how grateful I am. I literally only have 1 sectional left from today. Going to be a busy day, delivering tomorrow more great sets and sectionals in the near future. The second I made this post, that other couch sold. So it's just being in front of them. It's really the main thing. Facebook groups really. So I was telling this at the group at the conference as well. Facebook had this whole thing with third-party data. They had to take away third-party data because they had a third-party data leak to a company called Cambridge Analytica back in 2018. And ever since then, they just have really, for whatever reason, really been pushing group engagement. And so if you can start a group and not let your group die, it's a great source for just sales. So guys, it works because there's just a ton. They see how many people are engaging, how many people are looking to buy from you. And it just creates a sense of urgency because there's no way by the time you have 300, 400 members in your group, there's absolutely no way you're going to be able to keep up with the amount of people trying to buy couches. And then you just let it snowball from there. And so here's the 3 things that we went over today. We went over how to structure your group. We went over how to drive traffic to your group, and we went over how to leverage sales psychology to create a crowd rush of people trying to send you the money first. Guys, God bless. Thank you so much for attending this presentation. I really hope that you got something from it. And I held up my end of the promise. If this helps you, you have to show up to next year's conference and tell me how much it helped you. God bless, and you guys take care.